Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Potato's Christmas Banterbus. My name is Over the Potato, and I am joined by Mr. Rhapsody Plays. How are you doing today, man? How are you doing today?
I am doing absolutely excellently. I had jury service in the morning, but they told me to piss off after 3 hours of waiting, so I don't have to perform my civic duty. Do you know how important this is to me?
You know what? I think this is important.
I don't have to do anything. I just get to be part of this country, and I don't have to give anything back. It's perfect.
Alright, well, enough about your day. Who gives a crap about that? Do you know how to play? I've told you a little bit about, a little bit about what we're gonna do, but I don't think you've got that much of an idea, do you? I like to hope not. Okay. Okay, so let me just explain. So, ladies and gents, if you've watched the first 2 days, then you'll already know what is going on. But basically, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. We've got 3 areas of a quiz, right? We've got the Christmas section, because, you know, it is Christmas time, the holiday season and whatnot. We've got a YouTube section, yeah, and we've got a general knowledge section as well. So, should be very, very good. Banter is encouraged. Going off track is encouraged. The ladies and gentlemen that are watching this video will be voting on how good your banter is by clicking that like button. So the more likes you get, that's right, the more likes you get, the more points you get. And your like points...
Orbital, are you ready? Are you ready for the amount of dislikes that you're going to get on this video? It's going to be unprecedented. It's going to destroy your channel. You have to understand this. Rebecca Black's Friday is no longer going to be the most disliked video on YouTube. You're going to overtake it by just millions. It's gonna be incredible.
I'm glad you're going to be that catalyzing factor that's gonna force my audience up in arms and just in a pile of hatred against you. That's absolutely fantastic.
I love you're assuming it's against me.
Well, I presume, and I want to make a point, we are recording this in advance, so I haven't released the first 2 yet, but I presume the first 2 are going to do well. Like, I think they're going to get likes. So if they do get likes, and this one gets dislikes, the first one is Steejo, the second one is Colonel Failure as well. Well, Steejo, I'm thinking, you know, he's pretty popular. He's a pretty popular dude, you know? Quite a large following. Colonel Failure also... His banter was pretty darn good, I must say. You've got tough competition if you want to beat the Banterbus. That's for certain.
Oh dear.
That's right.
I don't know if I can do it. In fact, just dislike the video in advance.
Don't do that. No. What? No. Dislikes don't count, right? It's got to be a like. If it's a dislike, then fuck off. That's not worth it. You know that doesn't mean anything, right? Likes are the only thing that count.
Okay, so here's how I want it to work. Everyone viewing, hit the like button already, and then if you don't like it by the end, if you've retracted your feelings of enjoyment towards my banter, you can dislike it.
You know what? You'd be happy to know that Steejo also went for that approach. He instantly declared that everybody should like the video and then just unlike it if they didn't like it. So you're the second person to be going for this. I'm not entirely sure that the ladies and gentlemen are going to be liking, you know, the contestants redoing this sort of approach. But whatever. You know, whatever. 4 minutes, 10 seconds of banter is long enough. Let's get stuck into this quiz, if you are agreeable, okay? So, first things first, it's the Christmas section. Are you a big lover
I don't get
to
choose what goes first?
No, you don't. No, you don't get to choose. I'm the quiz master. I'm the driver of this Banterbus. I'm controlling the direction, so to speak. You know?
I'll take Christmas for 200, Trebek.
Okay, so, you know, do you celebrate Christmas? Are you a Christmassy sort of dude? Do you like the festive season sort of thing?
I'm an observing kind of person, but I'm not exactly engaged in the spirit of it, if you understand my drift. I take part of the festivities, but I get away without all of the associated religiosity.
I want to clarify, right? This Christmas section is nothing to do with the little baby Jesus. It's purely, it's like mostly folklore, like folklore? What am I talking about? You know, it's mostly, you know what? You'll find out. I'm not going to spoil it. Ladies and gents,
you know, that's actually annoying, because since I did go through Catholic schooling, I actually probably would have had a decent shot at the little baby Jesus in the manger kind of quiz.
Well, I just completely forgot about the fact that Christmas was about baby Jesus, I'll be honest, when I was writing this quiz, and I didn't even consider putting in a religious question. But anyway.
If only we could all be so post-religious as you.
Okay, so let's start things off nice and easy. How many reindeer does Santa have? Or Father Christmas, whatever. How many reindeer?
Mm-hmm.
How many reindeer?
Well, so there's Dasher, there's Dancer, there's Prancer, there's Blitzen. That's at least 4.
That is exactly 4, in fact.
That's yeah. You know what? A+ on your counting skills. There's also Rudolph. So Rudolph is going to be the one that throws everything off because there's.
Yeah.
I believe there's 12 and then the leader, so 13. I'm going to say 13 reindeer.
Why do people always say this? I don't understand
am I
why
wrong?
people. Yeah,
wrong.
you are wrong.
I'm so wrong.
You're so wrong. It's like 9. It's 9, right?
9?
And it's 9, and nobody gets it. Like, maybe I've just got like a completely wrong like source, but everybody has either said 12 or 13, including or discluding Rudolph. Maybe I'm just the idiot here. You know what? It's very, very possible.
You know what it probably is? People
What?
are thinking of the 12 days of Christmas,
Yeah.
and then
That's
they're adding one for
possibility.
Rudolph.
Well, yeah. Stejo sort of said, "Oh, it's a baker's dozen." What the fuck? Just,
Baker's
completely
dozen
irrelevant.
13, yeah.
Well, exactly. That's the sort of thing. But according to the poem, or there's Dasher and Dancer, whatever. You can look it up on Google if you want. Not now though, because you're in a quiz. It's Dancer, Prancer, Dasher, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph, and that is a total of 9. You managed to name 5 of them, so you're going to get 5 bonus points for that. So
yeah.
Exactly. You can't really complain about 5 extra bonus points. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to pick up the main point, but you know what? I still think that's a fairly good showing for the second question. Or for the first question. So
Second? What? Did I skip over a question? Did
Well-
you ask a question at the very start? Like, and who's our guest? And I said, Rhapsody. And you went, oh, yep, 100% correct. Good work.
Well, no, I sort of have do you celebrate Christmas down as the first question. Because although I don't actually award points for it, so yeah, the convention, the point giving convention is very, very strange. But anyway, moving right along to the next question. What is the name of the Christmas period leading up to Christmas Day? Sort of a religious question, but
The Christmas period leading up to Christmas Day.
Yeah, or the festive period leading up to Christmas Day.
I feel like there are different answers to this depending on where you're from.
You know what? That's okay. Give me some of those different answers. Have a little feel around. Tell me what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and yeah. What do you think?
So, the first one that comes to mind is Yuletide.
Okay. That's not the answer that I've got down, but it's good enough for half a point, I think. Okay. What else? Keep on going.
I mean, I can't imagine it's the 12 days that you're referring to here.
I'm not referring specifically to the 12 days. I'm more, what's the collective name for the period rather than the days?
December! Obviously!
Well, not December.
Mark it down.
Not
Correct.
December. Not December.
Come on!
Not December.
November?
December.
But November's way beforehand.
No. The word. Do you want me to reveal the answer, or do you want to keep on having a couple more stabs in the dark?
Couple more stabs in the dark. Okay,
Go for it.
I'm thinking late Easter. Very late Easter.
No, it's not late Easter, I'm afraid. It's not late
No,
Easter.
Manger Monday?
It's not Manger. It's not Manger Monday. It's not Manger
What
Monday.
might have been.
No, it's not Wise Men Wednesday either, or...
God, I was looking for something like that, actually.
Nope, it's not.
I was thinking in, no, nothing starts with I. I was thinking Nazareth, no, nothing starts with N. But wasn't Manger in Nazareth? I don't fucking know.
No. Do you want me to reveal the correct answer?
You know what? You may as well, because I'm just gonna continue talking nonsense until you do.
Well, I don't think the revealing of this answer is going to stop that, but hey ho, just saying it like it is, man. The correct answer that I was looking for was Advent, right?
Advent calendars. Yep,
Advent
you know
calendars, the period leading up to Christmas. Although Yuletide, it's sort of similar, I guess. So I'll give you half a point for that. So I am being fairly generous with points, you know, once again, if you can provide me with sort of an interesting fact, you know, a little bit of banter perhaps, then, you know, you'll get some points for that. So I feel like I'm a fairly nice quizmaster in that regard, perhaps. Anyway, moving on. In what country did the Christmas tree originate?
Oh, good lord.
Country did the Christmas tree originate?
So here's where I'm going. I'm going Christmas tree, I'm going pine, I'm going... It's got to be a relatively cold climate, so I'm thinking immediately Northern Europe. I'm thinking Scandinavian nations. I'm thinking they've got a lot of Christmas tradition tied into the past. They've got like St. Nicholas, and they got Krampus, the Christmas devil. And they got some flavor to the Christmas spirit up there. I'm thinking if it's going to be any of those, it's going to be Norway. Out of any of them, I'm gonna have to say Iceland. No, I mean Norway.
It's not actually. It's not actually Norway. It is actually Germany. But
it's Germany?
It's
what?
Germany. Yeah, it's Germany. It was actually in the historical Germany that is now Latvia, apparently, right? So that's what the big old Google Meister told me. But
dang it!
I'm actually really impressed that you managed to logically sort of get to where you are. And when you said Northern Europe, I think that instantly sort of classifies as at least half a point, right? Because Germany is basically Northern Europe. I mean, on a map, it's the top half of Europe, I suppose. So half a point for that, you know?
My geography's not amazing, but it's just south of Denmark by an ocean, isn't it?
It's just connected. I think Germany is connected to Denmark, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Germany is connected to Denmark, and Denmark is across the ocean from Norway. But you know what? You're halfway across the world in Australia, so your knowledge of Europe is pretty good. You know, Northern Europe.
It's only like that because when I look at my viewer analytics, almost all of it is UK, Denmark, Germany. So I look at that part of the map very often.
Wow. You know what? That's an impressive answer, and it definitely deserves half a point. So congratulations. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Question number 4. What did Frosty the Snowman have for a nose? Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman. What did he have for a nose, according to the Christmas tune, the festive beat?
According to the fest. Oh man, I've literally never ever heard Frosty the Snowman.
What? Really?
The way that I'm thinking about it is Frosty the Snowman fits to the sound of Desmond the Moon Bear, which is an Asdif movie reference made by Tom Scar.
Oh,
Frosty the Snowman, how did I get here? That kind of thing. It's originally just a bear on the moon named Desmond, and it just says Desmond the Moon Bear. How did I get here? And then that's the end of the clip.
So wait, you've never heard Frosty the Snowman, the tune? You know, like the Christmassy tune. Really?
Yes. I'm aware it's a thing, but like I'm thinking snowman. I'm thinking household objects. I'm thinking things that would be relatively common. I'm thinking carrot. But I'm also seeing snowmen with button noses. So I'm thinking it could be coal as well. It could be, I'm gonna go carrot. I have to go carrot. It's the traditional.
You know what? That is a real shame, because up to this point,
coal.
Nobody has even gotten close, right? Nobody's even gotten close. Carrot, unfortunately, would be a little bit too obvious for the answer. It is, in fact, a button. You were so unbelievably close. And you know what?
He's got a button nose, of course.
He's got a button nose. Have you never heard the song before? Like, that surprises me. That really does.
I imagine that we've got different Christmas tunes here than most areas would. And also, I tend not to hear Christmas tunes anymore.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. But it's such a... I thought it was like a fairly common internationalized song in the English-speaking world. Although,
Oh no, I'm not gonna shirt front you about it. I'm not gonna hold you up and say, hey, this is not Australian friendly. I'm not gonna do anything like that. Come on, you gotta ask us questions about Chazwazzers. Stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say, yeah, it's unfortunate. My knowledge is not worldly enough for that. I gotta make up for all of this in the general knowledge. Actually, YouTube section, I think I can make up for it.
you know what? You never know. You never know. And also, you could be relying on the kind ladies and gentlemen in the audience to give you a like, and that'll translate to points as well. So
that's right. That's typically how I win things. I rely on the kindness of strangers. A thumb war, I'm just gonna stand there with a limp kind of digit and wait for someone to rush over and slam the opponent's thumb down to the ground.
Okay, who said, and I quote, "God bless us, everyone"? Who said that? Which character from the novel, or indeed the movie?
What novel? What the fuck? Who said "God bless us, everyone"?
Yeah, Christmassy novel. Christmassy novel. Do you not? Is this? Yeah. Feel it out.
It's
Feel
Ebenezer
it out.
Scrooge.
Close. Close.
What? Ebenezer's on?
No. Same sort of book. Same sort of book. Keep on going.
Same
Keep
sort
on
of
feeling.
book.
Same sort of book. Keep on feeling.
God bless us all.
No, God bless us, everyone. And you get a bonus point for naming the author of the book.
Naming the author of the book. I'm going. Isn't it like A Christmas Tale?
The author of the book, not the title of the book.
Oh, come isn't A Christmas Tale an autobiography by A Christmas Tale?
It's
written by itself. It writes itself. That's what they were saying. No?
This is a classic.
Okay.
Come on, man. This is a classic. A classic.
You assume that I'm literate. This is the problem.
This is a classic, man. A classic.
I've never read a Christmas book.
Multiple adaptations.
Multiple adaptations. Okay, so it's
movies.
Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. Is it Tim Allen in The Santa Claus?
No, it's not.
That was written by Tim Allen, I'm led to believe, by the way.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it, it's Tiny Tim. It's Tiny Tim. The author was Charles Dickens. Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Sorry.
Man. God damn it. Like,
I've never read it. That's literally the first time I've heard the words Tiny Tim outside of a context related to Robin Hood.
oh my goodness. Like, okay, you know what? I feel that you should have got that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit disappointed in you right now, man. I feel that you should have got that one.
I'm a little disappointed in myself as well. And because of that, I will actually start making the excuse that it's cultural differences and it's not my fault. Can I now use that excuse, or do I have to wait until later? Is there another Christmas question? Because I'll wait until after that. Then.
There is 2 more Christmas questions. So you know what? You can do it. So now let's talk about Christmas music for a little bit. I know you're big into your music, and I know we already have had a slight question about Christmas poems and whatnot. But what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas?
Oh, come on! You're asking the 8th day. First
off, you must know this one. No excuses. No excuses.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love. 2 turtle doves, 3 somethings, 4 hens at something, 5 golden rings, 6. That's the only one anyone cares about, by the way. 6 geese are laying, 7 maids are milking, 8.
See, the thing about 8 is it's just out of your memory. There is no real renaissance. There's no renaissance? What the fuck am I talking about? There's no real, like, mental connection between 8. But at least you know the song. Like, that's good. That's a good start, I think.
I'm aware of the existence of the song, yes. That's almost the limit of it. I have listened to it many times, but I was one of the kids that was just like, come on, get the 5, come on. It's the best part of the song, undeniably.
Belt it out.
8. Ooh.
You know what? This is a difficult question. This is a difficult question.
You said it was easy at the start. You were like, "Oh, come on, you're gonna get this."
Well,
it can't be 8 maids. It's 6 maids of milking, I think. 6 geese are laying. No, when are the geese laying? There's turtle doves somewhere. That's 2. 3.
Oh man.
God, there's just a veritable menagerie of animals just included here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it has to be a bird, because you've got hens, you've got geese, you've got turtle doves, you've got partridge, pear tree, right? You've got a lot of birds involved in this. I'm gonna say fowls are flocking.
It's not. In fact, the correct answer was 8 maids a milking.
Oh, come on!
So close. So close. You said it was 6 maids a milking, and then you also said it was 7 maids a milking.
I did.
You never said 8 maids a milking, I'm afraid.
It's also 9 maids a milking, by the way. It's not 8. I know that for certain.
Well, you know what? Nobody has got that question right up to this point, so feel happy about that.
No one ever will.
Okay. Now, this is a slightly might be a slightly difficult question for for Australian people, because it's not a very internationalized question, apparently. But what traditional type of pie is left out for Santa on Christmas Eve?
Okay, so we live in vastly different worlds, evidently, because what we leave out is cookies and milk.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can appreciate that. And it's
what kind of pie? Fucking cookies and milk pie? Cookies and cream pie?
Cookies and milk pie.
No, I'm not giving Santa a cookie and cream pie.
Oh my god. No. No.
Just because of the fact that you would have to actually crush cookies and stick them in the urethra to actually get that to work.
My god. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
This is the point where I go off the deep end. In fact, you'll be able to see in analytics that people disliked it at this specific point.
Oh man. No, but you're definitely up the right track, that sort of thing. But I feel that the type of pie that is left out is fairly, yeah, it's not a very Australian thing. Although it could be. I feel that you must have a specific type of Christmas pie in Australia.
We don't actually. We have pudding. Pudding is our thing.
So have you got Christmas pudding? Is that a dealio in Australia?
Christmas pudding. It's typically just like the heaviest kind of dried fruits that you can, anything that'll make you shit.
Yeah.
Horrendously. Stick it all in here. This is basically one big laxative coated in rum, and then you feed it to people with brandy and cream that's also filled with brandy. Basically, it's going to make you drunk, and then you're going to poop out all the alcohol, and you'll be fine the next day. It's so that you can wake up early for the Boxing Day sales. That's my understanding of the situation.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm afraid...
No. I haven't even made a guess at the pie. I'm going pecan just because it rhymed. Well, it doesn't rhyme. It's alliterative.
No, unfortunately, that is not correct. It is, in fact, a mince pie. Is that a thing that you've got in Australia? Mince pies?
No, actually. If you put... I believe when you say minced, you do mean meat, right?
I do not mean meat, no. I mean... sort of like a Christmas pudding. It's basically like sultanas and raisins and a little bit of like sugar and occasionally like brandy as well, and it's just like very, very light brandy, and it's just all mixed together and then stuffed in like pastry crusts or whatever, and it's lovely. It's really, really nice. So it
sounds
fruit pie.
Delightful,
fruit mince.
But I've only ever heard of the word mince in a meat-related context.
That's what a lot of people tend to say. So that is why I did think that you would struggle with this question. Do you leave anything out for Rudolph in Australia? Does Rudolph get anything special? You leave any gifts out for Rudolph?
I believe if you have pets and you have young children, you put out the pet's food and pretend you're leaving it out for Rudolph, then send the young kids to bed and the pet eats the food. I'm pretty sure that happens just universally.
Okay. Okay.
within Australia, universally within Australia, the universe of Australia, of course.
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. Well, the answer for the bonus point that I was looking for was a carrot for Rudolph. Which I suppose if you have rabbits for pets, then your answer would have made perfect sense there. Would have absolutely made perfect sense. So
I
you know
do
what?
have carrots for pets. I mean rabbits. I mean whatever was the right answer. I have that.
Of course you do. I'll give you half a point for sort of being up the right track, sort of. But anyway.
Oh, good lord. So hang on. Let me just make sure that I'm right here. I've gone 0 for 6 on the correct answers.
I've tried as much as I can to give you as many bonus points as I can. I mean, obviously you are disadvantaged due to the fact that you are not in the UK. You don't have sort of UK-ish customs and traditions. But I feel that I've been fairly lenient in giving you points, and I would expect you to be fairly good at the other sections. And that actually concludes the Christmas section of the quiz. So, fantastic job. Looks like you got round about 8 points out of a possible
job. By the way,
maybe? Yeah, maybe.
You saying fantastic job there? Let me just say, I'm really, really happy to hear that you managed to make that sentence. You projected it from your face without making it sound condescending. You actually made it sound sincere, and that's the personal effort that you really put into things, and I really appreciate it.
You know what, dude? Like doing YouTube, it's all an act. I'm just an actor, so I've learned to condition myself to be nice to people, even when they don't deserve it. You know, so I'm really trying hard for you right now. Okay, moving on, moving on. The next section of the quiz is the YouTube section. Okay? So, first of all, we are going to be talking very, very specifically about your channel. So,
oh god.
How many subscribers do you have right now?
690.
1 point to the nearest 10, 1 extra point for the exact number. How many
690.
subscribers? 690.
Yes. Unless you fucking unsubscribed.
That is incorrect, I'm afraid to say.
I don't know if I should be happy. Is it more?
It is less, unfortunately. About 60 subscribers less. In fact, exactly 60 subscribers less.
Oh, God.
I'm afraid to let you know, it's 630 subscribers. I'm sorry, man.
I knew that as well.
You did know that. And I knew that you knew that, right? Because you clearly knew that it was a factor of 10. But you probably got confused that 6 and 3 add up to 9. Maybe.
I did.
Yeah. I can appreciate that fact.
Shit.
I can appreciate that.
I just saw it as well.
I know. Because I think the sort of rule of thumb goes, the smaller the channel you are, the easier the question is to answer, obviously. But also, the more you check the number of subscribers you have. So,
yep.
I was really expecting you to be like, oh, boom, you knew it. But, you know, I obviously knew you did know it. But, obviously, that confusion. Little bit,
good lord.
Little bit of a curveball, I think. Anyway, you know what?
I'm gonna have to cool down. I'm answering too quickly, and that's clearly the problem. What I need to do is go back to my strategy in the Christmas section of bullshitting for 20 minutes and then giving an answer, because that clearly works so well there. Wait.
Yeah, you know, yeah, absolutely. Okay, question number 2 in the YouTube section. How many videos are in your largest playlist? How many videos?
In my largest playlist.
Your largest playlist by number of videos. How many videos are in said playlist?
So I'm going to quickly ask, you're not considering uploads as a playlist, right?
I'm not. I'm considering published videos as of right now, because I did think that there was potentially a couple more that you've uploaded. But currently, as of now, what's the length? How many episodes?
Okay, so we've got... This is a problem for me, unfortunately, because... the Binding of Isaac Rebirth series went to 240 something. I think it was 245 or 249, maybe even be 250. But it was one video per episode. However, the Hearthstone series has a bunch of episodes that are multiple. So I basically just have to guess off the top of my head, because I know I've got like 247, 248 videos, like episodes specifically.
Yep, that's
videos,
exactly the number.
I'm thinking A lot of them were split to 3 parts as well. How do I... Good lord. I'm going to say... I think I might be highballing it here, but I'm going to say 325.
325. You know what? I think that's close enough to warrant you half a point. That's not a high ball. That's a low ball. 347. You've actually got exactly...
I thought about that number!
Exactly 100 extra episodes in that playlist in comparison to how many episodes you've got in your current Hearthstone Arena series. So, you know what? You're very, very close. So I'm going to give you half a point for that. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to be moving away from fairly channel-orientated questions right now, and we're going to delve a little bit into YouTube history, should I say. So the first video to YouTube, what was it named? What was it named? What was it named? What year was it uploaded? And a bonus point for the account name. So there's 3 points up for grabs here, right? 3 points up for grabs.
Ouch.
Name of the video, account name, year that it was uploaded.
Name of the video is A Day at the Zoo, or My Day at the Zoo, Me at the Zoo. It's similar.
Yep. That's the point. You get the point for that. Congrats. Definitely the point for that. First person to actually answer that correctly. Well done.
Thank you. I believe the year of upload was 2007.
Unfortunately, it was 2005, I'm afraid.
Wow. By 2 years. Oh, okay.
Yep. And bonus for the account name.
It's like 4 or 5 letters long. I feel like it's like Mauser or Smosh. Was it Smosh? It had to be Smosh. About 99% of videos on YouTube are Smosh. So, you know what? I'm just going to go by that rule and say it's PewDiePie.
No, that's okay. You know, you get 1 point there, so everybody else has got 1 point so far as well. So you're definitely on par with everybody else. You're nothing special, mate.
Thank you.
The account name was Jawed. It's the second name of one of the founders of YouTube. So you were sort of up on the right path. Then it was 5 letters, or yeah. So that's not bad. Not bad, I think. Not bad at all. In what year? Sorry. In what year did Google buy YouTube? What year did Google buy YouTube?
My perception of time is very warped. Mm-hmm. Not because of any drug involvement. I'm just bad at keeping track of time, and also obviously the drug involvement. So, I remember it happening. But the fact that I remember it happening, but I can't tell when it was, means it was pre-2010. So first video uploaded 2005.
Yep.
I know 2008 to 2009 was a very turbulent period for it. I'm saying 2009.
You're gonna say 2009. Incorrect, actually. It was late 2006. Actually, in November of 2006. What? Yeah, very, very early on. Very early on. I'm afraid to say. Don't worry, nobody else got that. Nobody else got that. So you know you're in good company. You're in good company there.
I should have studied. This feels like every final I've ever taken.
I know, but you know, all that's on the line is pride, not your entire, you know, future work employment prospects, so to speak. So it's kind of nice, I suppose, that
I can only make that joke because I now have the security of knowing that I got my marks back recently and it turned out really well. So
hey, whoop-de-fucking-do. That is very, very good news. That is very, very good news indeed. All right, how many views does the most viewed video on YouTube have? Rounded to the nearest 100 million. So there's quite a large scope here. So
rounded to the nearest 100 million. So I know Baby was the first one to cross the billion mark. I know Gangnam Style was close off. Well, it was the quickest to hit
that is the most viewed video on YouTube currently. Gangnam Style.
Gangnam
Style.
What? No, Gangnam Style got overtaken, wasn't it?
Nope. Gangnam Style is still in the lead.
Really? So I know that it passed billion just before my 19th birthday, which was 3 years ago. Fuck. Oh dear lord. I'm much older than I thought. I don't have time to be taking quizzes on the internet. I need to go get a job and pay my taxes.
What do you think? What do you think?
That's my answer. I need to go get a job and pay No, my answer is I'm saying it's no longer viral, but it is popular.
Yep.
Because it's still going to be served high. So I'm going to say 2.3 billion.
Oh, so unbelievably close. A lot closer than anybody else. The correct answer, rounded to the nearest 100 million, is 2.5.
Is it 2.2?
2.5 billion. Yeah. So it's currently sitting at just over... well, in fact, I'll tell you exactly what it's sitting at. It's sitting at roughly 2,465,000,000 currently. So rounded to the nearest 100 million. I would have given you 2.4 or 2.5 billion, either or, but unfortunately, just out. What a shame.
Can we pause for a second? I'll go watch it 200,000 times, and we'll come back.
What you mean? Watch it a negative 200,000 times?
That too.
Yeah.
I'll do all of it. Anything for the point.
Okay. Moving on. YouTube is the third most visited English language site. Name either position 1 or 2. If you name them both, you get 2 points.
If I name them both.
Yeah.
English language site.
English language or visited sites in the English internet sphere.
So, I know that Facebook is one of them.
Okay, that's correct.
I have to say the other one's going to be the Google homepage. It's going to be google.com.
Exactly. It is Google and Facebook. That is indeed correct. 2 points. Congrats. There we go.
But those are low-hanging fruit.
I've got to include
They're the nuts of a dwarf, right? They're real low-hanging fruit.
Oh my god.
And 2 as well.
Oh my goodness. Okay. How many hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute? Rounded to the nearest 10 hours.
Rounded to the nearest 10 hours. Okay, so I know that I'm uploading 40 hours worth of content every minute.
Okay.
Because that's how I run my channel.
Uh-huh.
I know... Good lord. I used to know stats on this, but they were in minutes versus minutes. Like, it was proportionality. So, let me just work from that.
Okay.
It was like... I thought it was, like, nearer to 100 and something hours. I'm gonna... I don't know. I'm gonna say 160, because it's my best guess. Pretty much. Okay. 160 hours every minute.
So, the answer that I have here, which obviously varies, but I'm just rounding it to the nearest 10. It's actually 60 hours. So you wouldn't be the first person to over-egg the number of hours that are actually uploaded every minute. But the number that I have here is 60 hours. But obviously that will depend on when it is.
But you're not counting the 40 that I'm doing.
And
then I have 2 side channels, both of which take a little less time, so they get 30 each.
Oh, okay.
So that's the extra 100.
Oh.
Alternatively, if you don't buy that, I didn't say 100. I actually just coughed and then said 60. It was 60.
You know what? Have half a point. Have half a point.
Yay!
Yeah, have half a point. It's worth it. I coughed and said 60. That's the most bullshit answer that we've had of the day, but that was very good. Okay, moving on. Let's finish off the YouTube section with a very channel-specific question of yours.
Oh, good.
In your channel bio, on the About section of your page, you ask 3 questions to the audience. What are those 3 questions?
I ask 3 questions.
You ask
or do
3
I
questions.
answer 3 questions?
Because
there's an FAQ section there.
But you also answer 3 questions as well. But I'm asking, what are the questions that you actually ask?
Okay. So it's... I think... I know one of them is who is peak.
Okay, yep, that's
and
good.
I know my answer to that is he is my best friend. We record things sometimes. Something vaguely along those lines.
I don't give a shit about the answers. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's just the questions.
Uh-huh.
The questions are the important part. Like that's
No,
what you need.
but the thing is, the other two questions have mediocre, low-wit humor answers.
They do. They do.
They
very
do.
much do.
I'm glad you agreed with that. So I believe the first one is who are you?
Correct.
And the second one is, I think it's what do you do?
Hey! Congratulations. That was quite good. That was very, 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 very logical reasoning. Congrats, man. That is.
If there's anything that I know, it's my own sarcastic sense of humor.
Well, that's certainly correct. Yeah. And can you name the answers as well? If you can name the answers, then
yeah, both of them are basically referred to, like, the first one is move your eyes a few lines above and read the answer there. And then the second one is go to question 1 and follow the answer very carefully.
Yeah, and then question 3 is obviously, you've already talked about that, and I just disregarded that. But you know what? Have a bonus point for naming all the answers as well. Fantastic. 2 points for the end of the YouTube quiz section. Fantastic.
Does it still say, by the way, that Rogue Legacy is on hold?
Yeah, it does. That was a question that I was thinking of. Like, what question? What series is currently on hold? Oh man, that's
Rogue Legacy's on hold. It's coming back. It's coming back with a bang.
How long has it been on hold for now? Like a year and a bit, or?
I mean, the channel started on 14th of March. And that series would have ended 2 months afterwards. So we've got January, February, March, April, May. So it's been, just over a year and a bit.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Alright, but congratulations on the YouTube section. I really think you performed pretty well there, actually. Pretty well. And, scanning over things. Yeah, comparatively on par with your competitors, so that is a really, really good showing in the YouTube question section. But anyway,
you should have given me an advantage and also asked them about my channel.
You know what? I should have done that. I should have done that actually. That would have been quite funny. Yeah. Oh well. Next year's Banterbus.
It would have been perfect because I know Stejo's response would have been, I won't fucking watch his videos.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a crap like that cunt. Yeah. Bell end. Yeah, no, I joke. Okay, moving into the final section of the quiz. This is the general knowledge section. A part of the quiz that you apparently thought you were going to do well at. Is that still the case? Are you still holding your hopes high?
No. I've realized what types of questions you ask, and out of all of the flies in the world, how many legs do they have? Rounding off to the nearest knee. Things like that. How am I gonna... How did you count them?
No.
How did you count the legs of all of those flies, Alden?
I don't know. I really do not know. Okay, let's just get into that. Let's not talk about flies and how many legs they have. Okay.
Is the first question gonna be about flies and how many legs they have? Because my guess...
I'm
gonna say 2.5 billion.
How many legs do... No, I joke. Okay, no. Moving on. Which Apollo astronaut, and I would like to clarify, it is the Apollo 11 astronauts that we're talking about here. Which Apollo 11 astronaut did not set foot on the moon?
Alright, you got Neil Armstrong, who did, and did it first. Then you got Buzz Aldrin, who also did. And then you've got... name blank here, right? I'm gonna say James Morrison. I'm gonna say Jim Morrison. I'm gonna say the lead singer of The Doors.
That is incorrect. I'm afraid it is not, in fact, the lead singer of.
Was it Weird Al Yankovic?
No, it's surprisingly it's not.
Was it Theodore Roosevelt?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna just go through every person who ever existed.
No, it's actually a guy called Michael Collins, and the reason that I ask this question is because nobody ever remembers about the poor guy that was orbiting around the moon while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin piloted the lander down and walked on the surface. So, real shame for that dude.
No one remembers him. He didn't do anything special. He was only one of the first 3 humans ever to witness the landing of the moon.
Exactly. I think
he's not special at all, because you got Neil Armstrong, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah,
and then you've got Buzz Aldrin, who punched a dude in the face for being a moon landing denialist.
Yeah.
Which I believe is how that word is pronounced. And then you've got insert name here. What's he done? Nothing.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you know what? No points for that, I'm afraid.
Oh,
okay, so
the
a
other
question which I don't want to say I've specifically included it for you, because there are a few other contestants that I know are up to date with Mad Max and whatnot, but this is a Mad Max question, and Mad Max, at least the original films, were filmed in the very country that you happen to inhabit at this current moment. Is that not correct?
I believe Fury Road was as well.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. I did not know
I'm
Fury
wrong.
Road was, but I knew that the classic ones for sure were. So the question is going to be about Mad Max, obviously, and what I'm asking for is Mad Max's last name. Mad Max's last name.
Well, his first name is Mad, so it stands to reason. It's Max. So the problem with this, and let me just dissect your question first, is I could tell you the director, I could tell you the writer, I could tell you the stars of the original. I never watched any of the originals. I've only watched Fury Road.
Okay.
So he doesn't say his name in that one.
He does
surprisingly.
not. He does not.
In fact, he says very little. It's Max. That's pretty much it. Yep. He doesn't really do much. Furiosa is the total badass. BAMF, that goddamn film.
Yeah. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. But you've never seen the classics. You've never seen the classics. That's...
No.
I mean, here I am, expecting an Australian to be cultured in the cultural heritage that your country has to offer. And you come here and you shit all over your country's heritage. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Here's the thing you don't understand.
Okay.
In Australia, I'm not particularly Australian. In everywhere else, I'm Australian.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Right? There are the stereotype of, oh man, there's the Skippy the bush kangaroo kind of like
there's a shark
that
in the water.
Chuck another prawn on the barbie. Well, it's not shrimp, it's prawn. We've never said shrimp. Shrimp is not an Australian thing.
Oh man.
There are the Croc Dundee types, but they typically don't. I'm very, very, very suburban, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm more pan-Western than I am Australian.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
So
but that is
my
not an
answer
excuse.
Is Max. His last name is Max.
That is a really, really bad excuse for not watching the original films. I want to point out that I'm being a massive hypocrite. Even I haven't seen the original films, but I'm asking the questions. All right, so
how many times have you watched Braveheart? Huh?
I have never watched Braveheart.
Exactly.
You know
what?
Braveheart.
Let's fucking roast you for never watching Braveheart.
No.
Everyone
you know
watching
why?
this video, go dislike every other video on this channel for not watching
why?
Braveheart. This
No. Fuck off, right? This is absolute bollocks. I haven't watched Braveheart, right? Because it is a crappy movie. Mad Max, however, is a fantastic franchise. And that's clearly why they thought that, hey, let's do a Fury Road film, but purely on the fact that it is a good film, right?
I believe you'll find that 2 is critically panned.
2 is critically panned, but the first one originally was a revolution in the film sort of industry, I suppose. I mean,
would you expect every American to have watched The Warriors?
What the fuck? I've never even heard of that film. No, but what I'm saying, right, is that Braveheart's a bad movie with a renowned American actor doing a really shitty Scottish accent.
Not a renowned American actor. I think you'll find that's Mel Gibson, who also starred in Mad Max and is Australian.
Okay. Is he Australian? Really?
Yes. He's an Australian anti-Semite.
Okay.
The actor. The words are so close to each other.
A renownedly bad Australian... a renownedly bad Scottish accent from an Australian, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time, it's not a really great film, and it doesn't really prove Scottishness, I suppose. Like, it's not a defining factor of Scottish culture. Whereas
I'd like to change my answer. Max's last name is Lionheart.
Okay. Yeah, his real name was Rokitansky. That was his last name, apparently.
I was not gonna guess that.
No,
my
you weren't,
next was Roosevelt, like as a callback, and then I was gonna go Rothschild. So I was gonna go through the R's, and I was gonna go through the typically exaggerated R names, but I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's understandable.
Rutabaga would have come up first.
Okay,
I
so
believe that's a type of vegetable.
So a little known fact: you're quite an engineering sort of guy, aren't you? Is that fair to say? Is that an appropriate statement to
I
make?
mean, the thing is, it's fair to say, but it's not typical engineering. Like if you were talking about trains, planes, and boats, you know, like the typical things associated with, oh, this is what engineers like, then I'm not gonna be anywhere near any of that, unfortunately.
No.
So
absolutely.
Oh, good.
But I was gonna draw the connection between engineering and chemistry. Is that a bond that you are familiar with? Are you into your chemistry sort of things?
Not at all.
Damn it. Well, oh no.
Oh, no. Okay, you know what? I can give you a possible answer here. It's, so first off, you've got hydrogen, then helium, then lithium, then beryllium.
No.
No?
It's a more difficult question than that.
Oh,
So,
come on.
it's a more difficult question than that, I'm afraid. What is the common name for triatomic oxygen? The common name for triatomic oxygen. Being an Australian, this may be of some national significance to you.
Triatomic oxygen.
Triatomic oxygen.
So it's 3 atoms in an oxygen molecule. But
yeah,
triatomic, 3 atoms
Triatomic,
in an oxygen molecule.
yeah.
I mean, but is that not just anything that has an oxygen in it and has 3 atoms?
No, triatomic
The most
oxygen.
common of which is dihydrogen monoxide, which is H2O, water.
Well, I'm specifically referring to pure triatomic oxygen, without any other chemical impurities in it. So just purely
So it's oxygen.
3 oxygens bonded together in the triatomic fashion.
I'm gonna say natural gas.
You're going to say natural gas? That is incorrect, actually. The reason that I said it was of national significance to you is because the common name for triatomic oxygen is actually ozone, right?
Oh, yeah. It's true.
So I
should
was,
know that.
yeah, no, I can appreciate that. Can you tell me any fun facts about ozone? I mean, being from Australia and all that.
Yes, I can. Ozone is the Romanian band, pop band specifically, behind Dragons Died in Day, which you might know as the Numa Numa song, which was performed by Gary Brosma as one of the first viral videos. You know, it's the Maya he, Maya who,
Oh my God.
Maya ha ha, and it's a big fat guy sitting down at his computer and doing a dance. And then he followed it up with the Nowadays and another Romanian classic pop hit, but it unfortunately wasn't as popular. You can't really capitalize. You can't jar lightning and capitalize on that fame, as Tezonde, of course, would be able to tell you after his massive hit Chocolate Rain, and then complete mediocrity in all of his performances since.
You know what? I'm going to give you half a point, purely because you gave me such a smart-ass answer there. You know, so congrats for managing to weasel half a point out of me. But unfortunately, no full point for because you didn't know the correct answer. What a crying shame. Oh well. Are you big into Harry Potter? Is that a franchise that you're interested in?
In my younger years, I would say yes. But vodka has erased a significant majority of my knowledge of the Harry Potter franchise. So Daniel Radcliffe. Yes. No?
You know this whole thing that you said in section 2, you were like, oh, I need to stop answering questions so quickly. The last 2 questions, you've tried to preempt me with an answer.
Has that not been well received?
Neither has been correct. That's all I'm saying. Which Hogwarts professor teaches transfiguration? Which Hogwarts professor teaches transfiguration?
Transfiguration.
That is correct.
Changing a thing into another thing. Changing a thing into... Okay, so I'm going to work through my knowledge, right? You've
Okay.
got Professor Cherub Face, who does the medical biology stuff. She's
Okay.
the one with the mandrakes, and she's actually an opera singer in real life, which cool hell. You've got the Fizzlebottom, whatever his name is, tiny dude, does charms, because he's like, Wingardium Leviosa, Wingardium Leviosa, and then they make it fly. Transfiguration, obviously not going to be any of the dark arts
Nope.
nonsense lords.
Nope.
But the other ones I can think of are the potions class, and I can think of the Trelawney does a class, but it's not transfiguration. It's like divining or something.
Think.
Transfiguration, turning into something else. It's McGonagall. It's Professor McGonagall.
It is
Professor
indeed McGonagall.
Minerva McGonagall.
Wow, that is really fantastic. I'm really glad that you came to that answer. A bonus point for knowing the actor that plays her.
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith, fantastic. That is very, very impressive. I like that a lot. Beautiful. 2 points there.
Oh, yes. I remembered because she's the one what turns into a cat and does the stuff in the start scene.
Exactly. See, that's the transformation that does it for me. You know, when she turns into a cat, it's like bam. She does.
That really does it for you?
Yep, that really does.
I liked
it for
when
me.
the cat turns into Maggie Smith.
Oh, yeah.
That was a real one. That was awesome.
Okay, moving on. What is the name of a group of crows? So the collective name for a group of crows.
A murder of crows.
Beautiful. Didn't even hesitate.
It's a murder of crows, and it's an assassination of pigeons, I believe.
Really?
And it's and it's the bloody bludgeoning of vultures. It's all birds, just no. You believed
serious?
me with the second one. How did you get to the third before you questioned anything?
The bloody bludgeons of vultures.
Yeah.
And an assassination of pigeons.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Mauling of seagulls. And maiming. It's a maiming of hummingbirds because they're particularly small.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Did you
good
know
to
hummingbirds can't walk forwards? They have to save all of the weight on their legs so that they can have such huge lungs and the wing structures so that they can actually keep themselves hovering, which is something that most birds aren't able to do. Also, most birds only get 100% of their actual upwards thrust on the downstrike of their wings. However, hummingbirds rotate their shoulder blades in such a way that they get 75% of the upwards thrust from the downward stroke, and then 25% of it from the upward stroke as well.
Oh wow! What about swallows? What can you tell me about swallows?
African and European.
Oh, that was the joke. You got it. Hey! Oh, fantastic! I'm so glad you managed to pick up on that one. Okay, great, fantastic. You got the point. The murder of crows. That's great. Okay, moving
the
on.
African and European that's not a bonus point?
You know what? Have half a bonus point. Have half a bonus point for that.
I'll take it.
Okay, that's good. So, going back a little bit to space, what is the closest galaxy to our Earth, not including the Milky Way? Right?
Okay, so I know Star is either Alpha Proximi or Alpha Centauri, but that's obviously not a galaxy. Hang on. It's Andromeda.
It is Andromeda. Correct. There we go. That is beautiful. And you know what? You were actually right with the stars as well. We discussed this in yesterday's episode of the Banterbus. It turns out that Alpha Centauri and what was it? Proximus Centauri? Was that the other one? Yeah, basically like it's a 3-star system. So all of those 3 stars are basically a similar distance away from Earth. So congrats, man. That's really very, very impressive. In fact, you know what? No, I'm not going to give you half a point for that. Nah, I'm not going to give you half a point for that.
Come
you know
on.
what? Okay, you know what? Fine. Since you're the only Australian around, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So
just you have to cut this part out so that no one knows that I basically cheated by strong-arming you into an extra. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
And of course, you have to cut out all of the horrible, horrible things I said about other races earlier. Do you remember to do that?
Wow, This is gonna be a short little episode. I'm gonna have to cut out over like 3 hours of footage. Holy cow!
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Basically, it will be, ladies and gentlemen, hello, my name is Orbital Potato, and then you're gonna say, here's Rhapsody, and then it's gonna say, and that's the end of the Banterbus. Like, it's just gonna cut immediately to that.
Okay, question number 7 in the general knowledge section. What do the dots on a pair of dice, d6 dice, add up to? What do they add up to?
Well, it's a pair, you've got 6, and then 1 and 5 makes 6, and then you've got 2 and 4, which makes 6, and then you've got 3. So 6, 6, 6, and 3 is a total of... Hang on, I'm not getting tricked here, am I?
No, this is a genuine question. A genuine question. It's just a normal question, but people do think that they're being tricked. Like, that's,
21. I'm so getting tricked. It's 21.
Oh my god, like everybody has answered with 21, but everybody always forgets that the question is about a pair of dice. A pair of dice.
You set me up.
I did not set you up.
It's the classic. It's the answer to the question of what is the meaning of life, according to Douglas Adams. Well, the life, the world, and everything. Something. It's Douglas Adams. It's in the trilogy of 5 books.
Now you're just trying to banter yourself into saving your
You told
face.
me to banter. I was told to banter. I'm following the instructions. And by the way, you told me this was going to take 30 minutes. So I'm guessing that I've bantered a little bit more than most.
You have. You're currently the longest banterer on day 3. But that's
my understanding of the
understandable.
situation.
You know what? I don't think this is prescribed banter. I think this is genuine banter because you want to make sure that you get a point for this. Because you
100% told me to go off track with the banter. So what do you think about Donald Trump? What do you think about the UK? 240,000, was it, signing a petition to ban Donald Trump from the UK?
Oh my god.
They have to take that in front of the House at this point. That's enough signatures.
42 is indeed the answer to life. And you know what? You can have half a point for that because you got half the question right. You know what? Just take 50% of the points and just move on, okay? Just move on.
You know what? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so the last question in the general knowledge section. Holy cow!
Dude, I've really been enjoying the questions.
Yeah.
Just freestyle some questions off the top of your dome.
Okay.
I'll ask you some questions. We'll do a reverse quiz at the very end.
Okay.
Then we're gonna have non-objective answers though, so I get to choose the answer based on what answer you give.
That's basically what I'm doing anyway. I mean, I'm just awarding points willy-nilly at this point. Question number 8. What is the largest bone in the human body? Largest bone in the human body.
Yes. My dick.
Wow. You know, -1 point for being the second contestant to make that joke. Ha ha ha.
It was Stejo. It was. Colonel Failure would not have done that.
He's far too sophisticated to make a joke of that scale.
He is. He's quite highbrow. That's my understanding.
He's
of
very
anyone
highbrow.
With Colonel at the start of their name. I had to do that because I'm it's this is the problem that I'm gonna have because I'm almost certain that it's tibia or fibia. One of them is, I think they're both of the leg bones. I'm gonna say tibia.
It's not a leg bone. It's not a leg bone.
What? Huh? The largest bone in the human body is not a leg bone.
It's not a leg bone.
I don't know what body you're looking at, son, but you're looking at a double amputee, aren't you? That's what's happening here.
I suppose actually, if you're talking about length specifically, rather than...
Oh, you mean size as in volume?
I mean size as in volume, yes.
Oh. Well, that changes things.
That changes nothing. It's still my dick.
Yo, I'm docking you 1 point on the quiz that we're going to have afterwards where I reverse quiz you. Because you're now the 3rd contestant to make that joke.
Okay.
And the 2 others were not highbrow fellows. I expected better from you, Potato.
I apologize. Have you come back to me with a revised answer?
No, I haven't. So Revised answer. The thing is, I'm looking like I'm using my own body for reference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is obviously where I'm going wrong, because I've got big old fuck off legs, like legs that should be on someone who plays sports, and then the upper body strength of an 8-year-old Chinese ballerina. So,
Okay.
So I'm going by volume here. Volume. It's not a leg bone. That's something I'm aware of at this point. It's, so I'm thinking cartilage. I'm thinking... Sternum isn't that big, though. Sternum is not that big. Hip bones, probably, maybe? Hip bones, what's that called? That's called the hip section. The groinal region, I believe, is what's called. Crotchal region, actually, if you want to get technical and medical about it.
You know what? Just have the point for hip bone. The actual answer that I was looking for was femur. That was the correctamundo answerino. But hip bone, I have given points for hip bone in the past, so it seems only fair that I give you a point for the same here. So congrats on finishing the general knowledge section, and with that, the entire quiz. How do you feel after that marathon?
Sweaty, because I had to turn my fans off so that I wouldn't ruin the sound quality of the recording, and it is boiling here in Australia at the moment. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. Look, you asked.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
Did you not want to know about just the sweat that I have to endure at this point?
You know what?
I feel excellent, Orbital. I feel really good about the results that I've achieved. I feel like I went halfway, and then you pulled me halfway, and we still only made it halfway ultimately.
I tried. I tried, man. I really tried to pull you as far as I could.
I feel like you let the team down. I feel like you could have done more in giving me full answers. I feel like if you'd said, back when we were, all those hours ago, millennia ago, basically at this point, I feel like when I was talking about the snowman and I said he has a button nose, you could have cut me off and said, yes, he does. Excellent, 1 point. But no, you just let me ramble and let me hang myself with my own noose. Same with the maids of milking. Really, I feel like mostly you've failed my quiz. Is what's occurred.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. I honestly don't think you did that badly, but you are gonna have to rely on the kind ladies and gentlemen of the audience to give you a shit ton of likes. That's the only way out. Right now.
I'm definitely going to have to rely on that, and it will be likely one of the first times in my life that I get that kind of a groundswell of dislikes disproportional to the amount of views. You're gonna have 21 views after a minute or a second or something, and thousands upon thousands of dislikes. There's gonna be an exodus on your channel, first off.
Oh yeah.
So I believe you're just under 2,000 at the moment, or did you break over that?
I am currently on 1,922.
1,922. You would have done excellently on that other question, by the way.
I really would have,
yeah. 1,922. So you can expect to keep 4 of those. And 4.
And it's going to be what? You,
it's going to be Colonel Failure, Steejo,
and Jake.
Steejo 100% does not subscribe to you. There's no way. Does he?
No, that's a good point, actually. I don't think he does. I haven't looked at his subscriptions in a long time.
Gonna be me, Colonel Failure. It's gonna be Jake Bennett. And it's gonna be an inactive account that they will actually sweep through the system and clear in March of next year.
Oh, man.
So it's gonna go down to 3 at that point.
Wow.
I'm really sorry to say that.
Jeez.
So basically, rip Orbital Potato.
So basically what you're saying is that I should never really do anything with you. That's what you're sort of saying. You're like this toxic collaboration person, and I really just should not ever do anything with you ever again. That's what you're saying, aren't you? That's what you're saying. Oh man, that sucks.
What I'm saying is that if I were a betting man, I would bet against me. And the reason I would do that is because if I then failed, and if I did tank your channel and my own channel and just YouTube in itself, right? I took YouTube offline because somehow. right?
Okay.
Then I would be able to collect big on my bet. But if I didn't do that and I somehow became successful, then I would be successful and I wouldn't care that I lost the bet. It's a win-win.
You know what? That is flawless logic there. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to today's episode of Potato's Christmas Banterbus. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Rhapsody, as an outgoing note, do you have anything to say to your opponents that are going to be coming on after this? And or previously? You got anything to say to them?
I would like to say to them, the ones that have come previously and the ones that are coming after. So basically anyone that's anyone that's also competing that's listening to this.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got to think of something profound.
Yeah, you really do.
I've got to think of something that almost subverts expectation, of course, because that's where comedy comes from. It comes from the subversion of expectations, of course. So what I'm going to say is I'm issuing a early invite to Rhapsody's Banterbus 2016. I'm going to be doing a Christmas series where I quiz people. You're going to love this. It's a classic idea that I've just come up with.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing a Christmas series where I quiz people, but I'm going to give them reasonable quiz answers. It's going to be lovely. So anyone that wants to come and do that, feel free to contact me. But also, you're likely to be turned down.
Oh man, you know what? That's good. That's good. I can appreciate that. That is good trash talking right there. I like that. More of a trash talk on me rather than your opponents.
Oh yeah. No,
but
you have to understand. I've already ingratiated myself with you. When you, it's kind of like in Fallout 4. Where you get to a certain point in the relationship with the character that you get to do their quest, and then you never need to care about maintaining a relationship with that character ever again. You can do things that horrify them, and then just focus on your relationship with other people.
Yeah. Wow. It was like all of those racist slurs that you said earlier in this episode. Holy cow! Jeez.
You know what you should do? Go through and bleep random words that I say that in context sound like I might have been. Like, anytime I was describing someone, you can just bleep 2 words in a row and people are going to go, wow, Rhapsody is one salty-mouthed sailor.
But according to YouTube analytics, only about like 5% of people are actually going to get this far, so only 5% of the people will actually get the joke. That's the thing.
Yo, you 5% of people that managed to get this far, I love you. It's deep and undying love. It's undying like the flame of Anor in Lord of the Rings. So... you people, you really have my heart, and I'd really appreciate it if you click the like button so I could win this challenge, because if I win the challenge, I understand that I get $1.5 million. It was 1.5, right?
Points mean prizes. Yeah, points mean prizes. And pride.
What prizes?
Pride mostly. Pride.
But I already have a large amount of lions. And a murder of crows.
I was going to say, yeah, nice. That was not bad actually. That's quite impressive. You know what? Maybe people will click the like button for you now that you said something actually funny.
Yeah, the 5% of people that are still here. Now that I've said something actually, wow.
Yeah, I know, right? In case people don't already know, how can they find you? There will be an annotation on screen all the way through the video. So, how can people find you? Is there anything you want to say about yourself? Before we finish up here.
So this is weirdly going to be the most straight-laced thing that I say this entire episode. It seems wrong. It seems like I should have been ramping up to something rather than ramp up to a penultimate moment and then just disappoint at the very end. My name is Rhapsody. I play roguelikes, I play indie games, I play strategies. You can find it over at www.youtube.com/RhapsodyPlays. You can also get 140 characters of self-loathing if you follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/RhapsodyPlays. You can also ask me questions on Ask FM at ask.fm/RhapsodyPlays. You can also visit my, OkCupid account at okcupid.com/username didn't fear. just the F and the I, not the T, right? That's the whole joke of the... It also turns out that actually it was the exact amount of characters that would be cut off. So it was a really clever thing that I did. Although that account is now deactivated, so you wouldn't be able to find it unless I choose to reactivate it at some point in the future. You can find my Google Plus account. All you really need to do is draw a pentagram on the floor in blood and then summon Satan to create an alternate dimension in which Google Plus is used, and then you can travel there, and I still won't have an account because fuck Google Plus.
Oh, okay. Enough self-promotion. Let's get this.
I think you'll find I stopped self-promoting at a very specific point there.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. I've been joined by Rhapsody. Tune in tomorrow for the next episode of Potato's Christmas Banterbus. And yeah, make sure you smash the like button if you've enjoyed Rhapsody's banter, which has been fairly top-notch, I must say.
Smash the like button if you liked the banter, destroy the like button if you hated the banter, and annihilate the like button if you're indifferent.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Adios.